Sorry, pal. We're out of gas and your engine is boiling. Let's see if we can fix you up here. We'll be back on the road in no time. Stranded in the middle of nowhere. Tiny rock gas station. A beacon in the dark. Tiny rock gas station. A beacon in the dark. Some of these constellations seem familiar. Or do they? Out of gas. And the engine is overheated. Terra Incognita Scenic Highway. Next town ahead. Long shot by the sea. Sounds promising. My tires should still last a couple of miles. At least the cold chain is unbroken. I wish. It's frozen shut. If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little. If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Does it ever rain here anyway? No way. A hidden replacement key. That was too easy. As if it wanted to be found. Somebody forgot their toolbox. This loot box contains only some rusty pliers. No juice. Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes. Locked. Of course. Hello? Anybody in there? I could really use some gas. Meals on Wheels. Your order is waiting. Tax investigation. Open the door. Can you please let me in? I'm totally not a vampire, I swear. It fits. That was almost too easy. It's pitch black. I can't even see my own hands. There's something funny about that picture. Oops! A hidden switch. This must be the main fuse. I know this image. Daytona Beach Race 58. What an event. The landscape on that picture vaguely reminds me of home. It's a picture of a buffalo. What I wouldn't give to be there. This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination. Cherry pie. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. Looks dusty. 20% bun, 5% cold cuts, and 75% cling film. Thanks, but no thanks. Coffee. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. All I have left are a few Deutschmarks. Pretty useless out here anyways. Extra large, no refill. Again, that ghastly tune. This one shows a map of the area. I'll take it with me. quite off the beaten track. Electrical cables. Zip. Cold water is leaking out. Cold as ice. Exactly what I need. Out of gas. And the engine is overheated. Not a chance. I need to find some gas and engine coolant first. There you go. Have some Kool-Aid. Not until I have found some gasoline. Now they are working again. Drink up. You must be dying of thirst. Those pliers won't help me with that. Done. Finally, we can make off again. Oh, come on. Start already. It's that darn oil pump again. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a while.
sure this is the right place. When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already. The next city is like 1,000 miles away. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The bus stop. My gateway to the outside world. Its heydays are over. Brr, looks cold. Paddleboat rental. 1 hour, 1 Deutschmark. Hades. Paddleboat rental, souvenirs, fishing supplies. Closed. Truberbrook, County of Brokenlande, 1 kilometer, or 0.621371 miles. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. I wonder what that is. Arrived at destination after a short walk. Truberbrook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. That is one strange-looking cat. That's probably the town's landmark. There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. Würstebrei, Stippgrütze, Schlagte Platte, Pathoeke, Tote Oma. This must be the place. Small ads, postings, announcements. They're holding a town fair soon. Exciting. Evening.
Hey. Nobody there, huh?
Doesn't seem so. Today's menu, nothing. That's quite a few fishing rods they have there. They don't seem to have many bookings. All the keys are still there. Please ring bell for service. We only serve small pots of coffee outside the restaurant. This leads to the rooms. Look at all these beautiful people. Must be some kind of ancestral gallery. Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute ago.
Any idea?
Just try again.
What now?
I would just try again.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Where am I?
This place seems like it's falling out of time and space somehow.
Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute.
Any idea?
Just try it.
Hello? I'm not going to give up.
Good afternoon. How can I help you, darling?
There's a room reserved for me. You know the lottery? I won a stay over here.
You won? How can you win a stay in Truberbrook?
Well, actually, I don't really remember taking part in any lottery myself. Yet I received this winning notification.
What was the name again?
Hans Tannhauser. Dr. Hans Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, 11hauser. Oh, Dr. Hans Tannhauser. Oh yes, here we have it.
Say, is it a quiet room?
Seeking some peace and quiet.
Well, I'm working on a text and I could really use some serenity.
Text? Are you a kind of writer or something?
Normally, I work for a university. Right now, I'm writing a paper on quantum physics.
I've heard worse. You arrived just in time for the big anniversary celebration. Truberbrook is a bit noisier than usual around these days. But apart from that, I'd say you have nothing to worry about in terms of disturbance. Here's your key, Dr. Tannhauser. My name is Trude, by the way.
If you don't mind, where are all the other guests?
Let's put it this way. The season in Truberbrook is already over.
I get the impression the season has been over for some time. What?
Please, you've got to help me.
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? Something unusual happened. There was an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. Hanging dead animals on your wall is a bit eccentric. It seems rather unpleasant outside. I'd better not. It'll start raining in. Creepy. Some kind of a sea monster. Must be a local myth. I don't want to go back to bed. I'm on a mission. At least it seems the burglar didn't rummage through the cabinet. What a mess. I don't want to mess up the crime scene. What is this? Some kind of goo. Where did he go? Even more of that strange goo. So many rooms. This leads to the... I wonder what tomorrow's meant. These rods are not the... The traces lead outside. Darkest night. In the pale starlight, this village appears to be composed of jagged silhouettes and loneliness. A trail of goo. The thief must have left it behind. The trail leads further uptown.
Hey there. Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar. I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on Earth would steal a paper on quantum physics.
What's this trail of slime the burglar left behind?
Oh. I don't really want to know what he stepped in there.
I wonder if she knows something about the burglar.
Do you like ghost stories? It is said that a Proto-Germanic cult used to live up here in the mountains. They prayed to the spirits of the forests. I know it's a long shot, but maybe this visitor of yours is one of those spirits?
Evil spirits?
Nonsense, I was just trying to mess with you. What was your name again? Tenhauser? Name's Gretchen. I'm an anthropologist. In fact, those old Proto-Germanic ritual grounds just so happen to be my special subject. One of them is supposedly somewhere around here, though I haven't been able to find it yet.
Gretchen, well met. Now that's all well and good, but what am I going to do without my notes?
You know what? I'm going to help you track down that burglar. It looks like he escaped with one of the old gondolas. I bet he's hiding somewhere in the mountains, which, incidentally, is also where I was heading. Come on, you're a scientist. You're coming with me now and you're going to help me find this ritual site. Who knows, maybe you'll even find your evil spirit there. The one with an interest in quantum whatchamacallits. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So what do you say? You with me? Ha! I knew you had the spirit of adventure in you. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. The early bird catches the worm and all that. We have to find a way up the mountain. It would be easiest if we used a cable car. I reckon that's also what our friend thought.
The cable car doesn't exactly appear to be in pristine condition. What do you think?
Don't worry, I'm sure I can fix this. I can't fix this. The master key is missing and a weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun. High voltage. There's got to be a way we can fix this.
I wonder what that is. Danger. High voltage. This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out sparks. Judging by the smell, this was used to transport cookies and lollipops. Hello? Anybody there? What was that? It's glowing red. Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. Question, what was it again that we needed that key for?
We need the master key to get the cable car running in the first place. Why don't you take a look around town? Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I was just about to ask. I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer, though. And just saying, the public transportation around here? Germany is a mess.
But then how did you get here?
Individual travel. By motorcycle, of course.
Why Truberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts, after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice. But also a little weird, don't you think?
Something about them seems a bit off, yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back, though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference. But then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer? In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states. Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catharine, and so on. Then, Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. So.
These binoculars should provide an excellent view of the opposite lakeshore. You can see all over the valley. From this distance, I can only imagine what's on the other shore. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. I've already made an entry on this. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across. Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. Question, what was it again that we needed that key for?
We need the master key to get the cable car running in the first place.
I've already made an entry on this. The platform further uptown, leaning, I can... Hi.
Hey.
I wonder what interest the burglar had.
Presumably not. Who else would steal a paper on quant?
About the cable. Question, what was it again that we needed that key for?
We need the master key to get the cable. Why don't you take a look? Anything else?
Yes. About the cable. Question.
We need the map. Why don't you anything?
Yes. About the cable. What was the
We have to fix. We still have to reconnect the loose ends somehow. Anything else?
Yes. About the cable. What was the
We have to. We still have anything.
No thanks.
Good. I'll try to. Something.
It seems you need a special key.
Indeed, mastermind.
Time waits for no man, not even in Truberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line. I've already made an entry on this. Time waits for no man, not even in Truberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line.
I can't fix this. The master key is missing and a weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun.
Hello? Anybody there? What was that? The platform further uptown, leaning on this rust, I can let my gaze. Hi.
Hey.
I wonder what interest.
Presumably, who else would steal a paper on...
So, how...
The day before yesterday. And just saying, the public transport...
But then how did you get here?
Individual
Why Truberbrook? It's hard to find, but I'm not from these parts.
I've been trying, and when I finally... The people around here...
Now that you mention it,
Tell me about yourself.
what would you like to know?
So you're from the state...
The United...
Where
Woodinville... Seattle.
Oh, yes.
You've been to...
Yes, once. Actually, I had, but then I got it.
A while long.
Not the whole time. Boston. Then, on and on. Oregon.
Wow.
Yes, and that's where you...
No, I studied under Dr. Schrödinger.
Ah, of course.
Exchange.
You...
Don't ask me.
Interesting.
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable. Question. What?
We need the master key to get the cable car running in the first place. Why don't you... Anything...
Yes. About the cable. And you
Why are you... Whatever we've... Come on.
Gretchen...
I'm an I am conducting... That is believed to have... That was some...
What kind of...
A proto-German... Anyway, this place where they made Kant... Exciting, huh?
About this... Were they dead?
Tannhauser... The thing about spirit...
Oh... We might as well...
Tannhauser... It's very... Maybe we'll...
No. Okay.
Anything else?
No thanks. Well then.
Bye.
I met a woman named Gretchen in Truberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination. The local gondola lifts, although there aren't any gondola, a smell of oil. I've already made an... lifts, although there aren't a smell of... Time waits for no man. I discovered a modern This might be important. I've already... Time? Wait, I discovered this might be... I've already... It's a the present judging but last resort. I've already made an end. Time I discovered this might... I met a woman named Gretchen in Truberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
The local gondola lifts hauling cables seem to be, although there aren't any gondola, a smell of oil. It's a well-known fact that in the present case, judging by the thickness of last resort, I've already... Time I discovered this might be in... I noticed a figure on one of the rocks, a hexagon. I can only speculate on its purpose. These binoculars should provide an excellent view of the opposite lakeshore. I have to insert a coin. Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality. My accommodation, the guest house Vadest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification.
This table, it has a wobble. Everything's going down the drain around here.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
I've been wondering about that cable car.
I don't want to think about the old cable car. This wobbling table is simply unbearable. It's driving me crazy.
The time-traveling machine. Complete nonsense from a quantum mechanical perspective. There's a clothesline up there, right under my window. A hanger is dangling from the clothesline. Marvelous engineering. It's the window to my room. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. Würstebrei, Stipp. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds. Nonsense, don't you think?
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off. Anything else I can do for you?
Truda, would you pour me one of your Pilsner beers, please?
Just a second, Professor. Here, a coaster. There you go. Cheers.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it.
Who exactly is this Baron von Sülz?
Baron von Sülz used to run the mine, a philanthropist and patron of the arts. His wife was the flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her. Anyway, when the company took over the mine, the Baroness dropped him as well and left the Baron behind. A broken man. Now his cat is his only remaining pleasure.
What were they mining for? Do you know?
An old silver mine. So nothing a quantum physicist would be interested in. It's been a few years, back in the days, when there was enough work for everyone. Then this company took over the mine, only to shut it down immediately.
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation. They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
Would you wrap up the whole story in detail for me again?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it. They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser. By the way, the buffet is open. Please help yourself.
Hey. She's almost in a trance. Science fiction. Something involving spaceships.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me, didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
You bet I am. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in star system Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in star system Omega 3?
Berlin is located right in the middle of Brandenburg, so it is worlds apart.
Brandenburg? Never heard of it.
Star Cybernetation Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
I'm in charge of the waves in a wave pool.
Now, you are kidding me. Waves are made by the sea. Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinalians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make incredible amounts of candy disappear.
I can do that too.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
So, what do I have to do to make you tell me?
There's only one thing I can think of. Can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something. Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a star log for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Leni of Planet Earth speaking. My uncle has a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
Now where would this lead to? There's something funny about that clock. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic. Is that a maggot? It's having a good time. This can must have fallen off the table. Modern cuisine garnished with looks a bit Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department. They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there. Note to self. I'll save you, my little friend. I've already. They serve, apparently. I don't want to take this with me, but I love cheese skewer. I've already made it. They serve, apparently. Before you even know, the world lies in ruins. I hope this isn't a bad... This muddle of spots and drips is probably telling more about the room's many previous occupants than I'd wish to know. Oh, there really is a hidden stash below. There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod. Somebody must have misplaced it. Loads of useless junk, and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes. Maybe somebody hid their... Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected. At least it seems the burglar didn't... Just a hanger. I've already made... Supplemental. What a mess. Nothing appears to be... I don't want to... Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn? You mean deposit? Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'll be leaving.
Make yourself... Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
Please ring bell for service. We only... Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Be careful! The table is wobbling terribly. You better keep... What's this? The table stopped wobbling? Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
The name is Baron Otto Titan von Truberbrook.
Tannhauser, pleased to meet you.
Please, come over. Don't waste the opportunity to put up with the company of a lonely, broken old man.
Are you from around these parts?
You may very well say so. I put all my life's work into the well-being and prosperity of Truberbrook. I once was the owner of both, the mines and the cable car. That's all history now.
Do you have any friends or family?
My spouse left me for good, and my beloved Truberbrook is slowly going down the drain. Only Claus remained loyal to me all these years. Alas, now even he has disappeared.
Who is Claus?
Claus is my tomcat, an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now, he's vanished, without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark my words.
Was Claus abducted?
I don't know. Claus was always faithful and stood by my side. Then he just disappeared without a trace. You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. Let me tell you. It's just awful.
What kind of a strange place is this?
Well, you should know. This used to be one of the most beautiful spots on the face of the planet. The fair and the fortunate came here for treatment. Travelers and tourists of all fashion. Citizens that weren't occupied in the tourism business found work in the mines. But it's all over now.
Do you still have the key to the old cable car, by any chance?
Please excuse me, but I need to be on my own now. I need some rest to mourn for Claus.
Could you tell me something about the cable car in this town?
Don't bring up the old cable car. I don't even want to think about it.
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Sulz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the 3rd generation, district mayor of Truberbrook Sulz and Truberbrook Düssel, assistant secretary to the municipal council, patron of Truberbrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative, a multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town. driving visitors away with the gigantic machines.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car altogether in one go. Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Please excuse me.
We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call.
Meow. Meow.
No reaction. That's some sturdy, full-grown reed. Well then, good catch.
What the... can opener?
Soft as a feather. I put a nice fluffy blanket over the top of that rowboat. I put a knife. Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist. You like this, don't you?
Claus?
High voltage. There's got to be a way we can fix this.
Voila. There's a current again.
I'll just leave it like that.
This crumbling socket looks much nicer without the cheesy armor on top. Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you.
Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. you have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please take it.
It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, Mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone there has it. Good job. The cable car is built.
Now that the cable car is fixed, we need something to replace the missing gondolas. I've already made it. The local although there aren't a smell of oil.
I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it.
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya!
Hello? Hello?
Fascinating.
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax, strongly noticeable funnel chest. Raisin-colored nodes on both sides of the mid-clavicular line in the fourth ICS. Marfan syndrome, arachnodactyly. Lower extremities atrophic. Enormous kyphosis. Extremities bilaterally impaired, reduced muscle tone. Weak monosynaptic reflex. Past finger-nose coherence test line without anomalies. Abdomen flexible, no hardening. Overly vibrant bowel noises. Brisk peristalsis. Reduced breathing sound, right-hand side, basal. Rattling sounds over both lungs. Split second heart tone. Severe nasal acromegaly. Carrot-shaped midfacial neoplasm. Creamy nasal secretion. Tongue drifting to the left. Dental state desolate. Pupils bilaterally round and medium wide. Sluggish reaction to light bilaterally. Sclera jaundiced, downbeat nystagmus. Corneac reflex bilaterally delayed. Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive. Possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax. Strongly noticeable funnel chest.
What?
Hyperreflexia, mood agitated. Patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
I'm just a visitor.
What are you doing here?
I'm only passing through.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
Assembled?
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
Only that I don't even understand this question either.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Remmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far. An anatomical model of a kind of human. Hey, buddy. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. A fuse box. The lid is hanging off its hinges. Blech. It's covered in mold. A good dose of chloride is the only option. It's calcified. Memories of my dorm room, not so long ago.
There's something written on the wall.
No water pressure. Or clogged. Looks rusty. A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism. Why, of course. But where? Why, of course. But where? I'm feeling a light breeze of air. Maybe I can squeeze through. I can't reach it. And it's hard to decide.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it.
I could use this to climb to the hatch. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws.